everyone, welcome back. My people, wonder they say shall never end. Like a lot are going on in Nigeria. Every day, one drama to another. Look at this particular news. A Sharia court sells Christian man's shop to settle debt. In Abuja, a Christian property owner alleged in a viral video that the Sharia Court of Appeal seized and sold his shop with his goods inside to recover a tenant's unpaid debt. This has sparked debate over jurisdictional overreach, with legal experts saying that the Sharia court jurisdiction is restricted to the Islamic law between Muslims, not with Christians. So, gradually, these people really want to take over, honestly, because they told us that Sharia law is only meant for Muslims. Now, they are using it against Christians. Can you just imagine, my people? Not only that, you know this Christian genocide in Nigeria. Now, Nigeria government is saying that it is IPOB that are spreading this news that there is genocide, like Christian genocide in Nigeria. Have you seen that anything that happened in Nigeria, especially the bad one, the one that they feel that is bad, they must Igbolize it, like they must blame Igbos. Like, what is going on in Nigeria? Which type of a country is this? But I love what Rufai said here, that Christian genocide or genocide that be going on in Nigeria, like everyone have been saying it. So why are you saying that it is only IPOP that are spreading the news, or they are the one giving information to the USA? Like, my people, what is going on in Nigeria? If Nigeria truly they don't want Igbos, can they let them go? Because this is really getting out of hand, honestly. Anyway, let me allow you guys to listen to the full gist and hear what Rufai as well as other people are saying concerning this matter. Please do well to subscribe, like the video, share it, and leave your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you so much for doing
Let's now highlight this investigative report by the cable's open source intelligence analysis, which revealed that certain social media echo chambers affiliated with the indigenous peoples of Biafra have played significant roles in amplifying claims of a Christian genocide in Nigeria. Well, according to the cable, data from X showed that between January 1st and October 1st, 2025, there were approximately 165,000 mentions of the topic, reaching an estimated 2.83 billion people, a figure more than 12 times Nigeria's population. Four prominent hashtags emerged: hashtag Christian genocide, Truth Nigeria, Lara Logan, and Biafra Exit Now, which was an unusual part of the discourse. Confidence McHarry, a senior geopolitics analyst at SBM Intelligence, stated that the story about Christian genocide in Nigeria was initiated by IPOB as far back as 2016. The analysis found that X accounts promoting Biafra and Nnamdi Kanu were the most vocal online, particularly those supporting IPOB's separation from Nigeria. The cable also found that U.S. Senator Ted Cruz, who has pushed for sanctions against Nigeria, received $1.8 billion in donations from IPAC, a pro-Israel lobbying group. I mean, this investigation reveals, complex layers of international politics, separatist agendas, and religious narratives intersecting in Nigeria's security discourse. Rufai, we're hearing that IPOB is one of the, groups that have promoted this hashtag Christian genocide. But I mean, we have seen major killings. But before I come to you, I'll take this story. Meanwhile, the Christian Association of Nigeria has faulted the statement released by a special advisor to the president on policy communication, Daniel Bwala, after a meeting with the association in Abuja. The dispute centers on how Bwala characterized CAN's position on allegations of Christian genocide in Nigeria. On Monday, Bwala visited CAN's National Secretariat amid allegations of Christian genocide and moves by some U.S. lawmakers to protect persecuted Christians. In his statement, Bwala quoted CAN President Daniel Oko as referring to the issue as so-called Christian genocide narrative. However, in a statement on Tuesday, Oko said the association did not describe the killings as so-called Christian genocide, stating that Bwala's release falsely suggested that the association downplayed the killings of Christians. And I'll read CAN's statement in part. The Christian Association of Nigeria wrote, CAN made it clear that its position on this issue has long been established and remains unchanged across many parts of northern Nigeria and the Middle Belt. Christian communities have suffered repeated, organized, and brutal attacks, which have left thousands dead, villages destroyed, and families displaced. The meeting was recorded by CAN's media team, and at no point did Archbishop Oko use such words or express such a view while referring to the tragedy as a so-called genocide, trivializes the pain of countless Christians who have lost loved ones. And that is a fact, Rufai. We often raise concerns about government communication strategies. This is yet another example. This is a sensitive topic and should have been, handled with the sensitivity it deserves. The portrayal of religious community positions on sensitive national security issues shouldn't be trivialized. Meanwhile, religious leaders and activists attending a roundtable in Abuja on building synergy among faith-based NGOs for freedom of religion or beliefs have criticized the widespread culture of impunity surrounding mob killings in the name of blasphemy, lamenting that those responsible are seldom persecuted. They argue that Nigeria's destruction of the liberal spirit of its constitution stems from allowing religious doctrines to influence state laws. The CEO of Christian Awareness Initiative of Nigeria, John Hayab, during the meeting also decried killings of Christians. And let's take a listen to him, Rufai, before I come to you.
Nigerians are being killed, and Nigerians are crying that this killing must stop. Fortunately for us, Ted Cruz started the conversation in America. But we too are the victims, and we are saying this conversation affects us and do something to stop it. So if you want to stop anything, just stop the killing. That's all. If this killing is not stopped, then this conversation will continue to generate other issues. Stop the killings. Prove that you don't want this killing. Let victims see that you don't want these killings. Parents, relatives of victims realize that those who kill their loved ones, the law is going after them.
And Mr. Joseph here has made the exact point. If we want this whole thing to stop, we have to stop the killings. It's not about painting Nigeria in a bad light or not. We have actually seen Christian killings. And there are videos of mass burials in Plateau State that have, resurfaced online showing, humongous coffins and all of that. It's really a sad situation, but we shouldn't trivialize it. I'd like for you to, talk about CAN's clarification with Daniel Buwala, apparently trivializing the sensitivity of these Christian killings as well.
I think the attempt by the cable to rope IPOB into this, I think is highly condemnable. Because when you check the data and the statistics, not only IPOB that has been talking about the killings of a lot of Christians in this country. And I think let's not sway into tribal divisions. It's not fair. It's not fair.
What do you mean tribal? IPOB is a group?
No, IPOB is a group that is tilted towards a particular group. You saying that it was only IPOB that have been talking about Christian genocide online, accounts linked to IPOB, is very tribalistic in nature. Not that I support everything IBOP has done. Other groups have talked about it. The likes of Father Kuka has been speaking about the killings of Christians in this country. Even Reno Mokri have been speaking. If you want me, if you have the time, I can read some of Reno Mokri's past tweets as regards the killing of Christians.
Yes, he was a huge campaigner of freely Ashari,
freely Ashari. So I can talk about, the attempt for you to say is not only IPO. Even Father Kuka, most of the people that...
No, I don't think, to be fair to the cable, they did not say only IPOB. They listed, if I did send you the investigation.
I saw it, but what was said... It wasn't
just only IPOB.
What was said was that accounts leaked to IPOB. You can go back and read the story.
Yeah.
This is not the time for tribal baiting. Please. It's not going to move us forward. I'm saying that because, Oji, I love this country so much. And when narratives like this start to jump, we start to go, no. Everybody has talked about Christian genocide. We have all been affected one way or the other. People have been affected. But what we're also saying is, I'm also part of those advocating that, please, I don't want Nigeria to be on that list of countries of concern. because it's not going to augur well for us. And that's why I'm saying government agencies, go speak to them, while we also find a solution to the killing internally here. But for the fact that we are trying to say it's not happening, no, don't lose me there. It is happening. All this one that you're seeing in Benue, it's not that is it IPOB that recorded this video? No. It is happening. We have a problem on our hands. Christians and Muslims are being killed. Should people even be killed in this large number in the first place? I think that's the question we should ask ourselves. Look at people that are being buried today. So while we go to liaise with them, we should also speak the truth. And like I also said, please, anybody that's not trying to use the propaganda and turn things around, because see, in fact, let me even read some statements attributed to Father Kuka in the past. You know, in an interview, he affirmed that there's violence against Nigerian Christians and had the characteristics of genocide according to international law. This is a 2020 interview. So we've all said this in the past. There's even an ECHO report by the UK, Kuka's comment in 2020, followed by ECHO finding of June 2020 report by the UK All-Party Parliamentary Group for International Freedom of Religion, titled Nigeria Unfolding Genocide. So please, how we can stop it and stop this blasphemy? I mean, we've been here when we've talked about issues of blasphemy of some sort now. And the way people have been out there. Well, we're not here when we talked about, I had not joined the rise then. Eunice Olawale's case was longer. But other people that they kill, it's not Deborah's case.
Which is still...
it's not Deborah's case. We talked about Deborah's case. And no one. And what... See, Oji, let's even tell ourselves the truth. What happened after Deborah's case is the shocking one. When the people were arrested, didn't the city erupt? Weren't there squabbles? Weren't churches now attacked? I mean, let's tell ourselves the truth in this country.
Right.
So please, everybody has been talking about, let's solve the problem. That's all that matters. And as regards the tanker accident, the point I just really want to make is, you see, culture will eat strategy for breakfast. If an accident happens in civilized parts of the world, the area is first cordoned off. If the area is cordoned off, people will not be able to go and scoop in the first place.
Right.
So those are the problems here.
Like I was saying, to be fair to the cable, they did a deep research and they had detailed, I did send you the research. I detailed the number of groups and people that have spoken about the, Christian genocide as well. But let me take this before I come to you. Speaking at the Vatican, the Catholic Bishop of Sokoto Diocese, Matthew Hassan Kuka, urged the U.S. government not to redesignate Nigeria as a country of particular concern, a designation reserved for nations committing systematic, ongoing, egregious violations of religious freedom. Kuka argued that a CPC status would hinder current government initiatives aimed at resolving Christian persecution. He also warned that the designation would only increase fears, tensions, sow doubt, open windows of suspicion, and allow the criminals and perpetrators of violence to exploit. Instead, the bishop appealed for the U.S. to lift the weapons ban to allow Nigeria to better fight extremist group. We're seeing that there's even a weapons ban from the United States, and which is a huge call. I think this is how we begin to tackle this menace of genocide in Nigeria.
For me, with all that's going on, the main word that continues to stick in my head is sovereignty. There's no country on the face of this green earth that doesn't have its issues and its challenges. Yes, they vary in extremity. However, it is the onus of that country to resolve its problems. We cannot invite outsiders, foreigners, to come and solve our own problems. It has been done in the past, not just in Nigeria, in several places. It does not solve problems. It does not lead to the best interest of the Nigerian citizen. Because when you call a country X, Y, or Z to come and solve your problem, that country is looking after its own specific interest. So our local advocates, our local politicians, our local, whatever they may be, the first thing is to prioritize Nigeria. I understand that it may be in good faith that people run overseas to see who can help them because they feel they're not being heard locally. But let this be a warning that help from overseas has proven to always be detrimental to countries and to the locals in most cases around the world. Here in Africa, the examples are endless. Which country that is resource rich has not been ridden by all kinds of deepening crises never-ending crises because they invited somebody to come and solve their problems. You look at an issue of Libya, for example. So whether it be dictatorship, authoritarianism, genocide, insecurity, killings, and so forth, we need to look for the solution within, and beyond within, regional solutions. Now, when you look at the digital space and all that's happening there, we have to be very, very careful with the narrative around the digital space, because we're living in the era of bot farms. Now, what's a bot farm? So a bot farm is you go, you invest, you set up a bunch of computers and gadgets and so forth, and they churn out millions and millions and millions of talking points on various issues. Now, I can set up a bot farm to speak on any issue and to create millions and billions of impressions on any issue whatsoever. Right. So there are all of these other intricate issues, and it's not just an IPOB issue. Even when we look at government issues, it seems that government also has their own bot farms that push their own agenda. It seems that internationally in America, MAGA has their own. It's not a Nigerian phenomenon. It's the digital age. Now, we need to be careful that this era that we're in, where warfare has been taken to the digital streets to incite people, because when you look at Madagascar, Nepal, Peru, which other countries am I leaving out? Look at most of the unrest that has happened. Kenya, a lot of the unrest, it begins in the digital space. People should advocate. People should stand for what they believe in. However, it cannot be insightful. Yes. It cannot be treasonous. Yes. It cannot be against the sovereignty of your country. Right. I denounce that.
Yes, advocate responsibly. And that's really the point. Well, let's tie the story in together. Well, in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, a Christian property owner in a viral video alleged that the Sharia Court of Appeals seized and auctioned his shop to recover a tenant's unpaid debt, despite his possession of title deeds and the tenant's goods remaining inside. The incident, which occurred on Tuesday, has sparked widespread debate about jurisdictional overreach. Well, let's take a look before we come back for a discussion.
I was in my shop 3 months ago. Some people just carry motor gun. Said they are from Sharia Court of Appeal, that their chief litigation and chief registrar has auctioned my shop. I told them that I don't have any case with them. Why should they auction my shop? I built this church in 2012. I rent their first shop in number. I rent one to somebody. They said the person in the shop, he saw it their credit. I told the person owner, why can't you protect his goods? That the goods in that shop, they don't think about the goods. They say what they know is they want to take that shop. I tell them the side should come to the court and tell them I'm the owner of the shop. I go there. Even though I'm a Christian, I tell them why should a Christian go to Sharia court? They say I must come if I'm the owner, that they will leave me my shop and take all the documents to them. Even when I reach there, they even see the document, say they will do investigation. All I see today, they just come here, carry paper come, say that I auction the shop, that they are being handed over because I'm a Christian, because I'm Igbo. They collect my shop, Sharia court. Even if they will follow the law, as a Christian, what I have to do with Sharia court? Don't help me, don't help me, don't help me, Nigeria help me, my life finish you, my life finish you, my life finish you. I do that not enough.
So sad. You know, some legal experts have argued that this represents a clear overreach of Sharia court jurisdiction, as the property owner is a Christian and the matter involves a commercial tenancy dispute rather than Islamic personal law. The 1999 Constitution explicitly restricts Sharia courts to matters of Islamic personal law where all parties are Muslim and have consented to the court's jurisdiction. We're yet to receive an official response from judicial authorities on this matter. Ayo.
So this is a note of warning. This incident is a red flag. I say this because, Oji, you have already explained the constitutional provision for Sharia Appellate Court in Abuja. I'm sure a number of people did not even know that Sharia Court Appellate Court operates in the FCT, the Federal Capital Territory, that is supposed to be a mixed hub of people from different from different states, different ethnicities, different religious persuasions to live together in the Federal Capital Territory. To now see as you already mentioned, the overreach of the Sharia court. The first instance is that I believe that it's high time for us as a nation to revisit this Sharia court provision. Because if we're saying that Nigeria is a secular state as stipulated in the constitution, why do we have a court that is Islamic in its foundation, in the way it dispenses justice? And then when you talk about judicial or jurisdiction overreach, we see that it's a personal matter. So Sharia court, appellate court, is meant to deal with issues around marriage and family, estate and succession, capacity, mutual consent. So matters, civil matters like that. And like you said, emphasis on all parties must be Muslim. When they begin to now interfere in matters that have to do with Christians and Muslims, then we have a problem. But that's what happens in life. Once you give an inch, you will take a mile. And that's why I'm saying that we need to revisit this. As long as the Christians cannot ask for their own special court for Christians alone, we are raising a state of anarchy, and it's a judicial system where the lines are blurred and justice is interpreted based on religious sentiment. In saying this, like now turning up all the other stories around, Nigeria, CPC, whether or not there's Christian genocide, this attack against Christians is this. I want to appeal to this administration. Recall that when the president, for the first time in a very long time, decided to go with a Muslim ticket, these were some of the concerns that were raised.
Yes.
The optics don't look good. You might not say, oh, there's no relation, but the truth is that people raise concerns around this. And if this is exacerbated under this administration, then it speaks very bad about how they've been able to manage Christian-Muslim relationships under this administration.
All right. I mean, we're yet to hear from the judicial authorities on this matter. As soon as we get more information and more details on this matter, we will bring you, our viewers, up to speed. In any ways, they say that Abuja, I'm getting a comment saying Abuja is under the penal code as part of old northern Nigeria region. So, I mean, until we see the documents on why this man's shop was seized, we will, make our final conclusion on the story.
So, my people, that is it. I hope you guys had everything they said here. So, let's look at some of the reactions from Nigerians, like what they are saying concerning this narrative that it is Igbos or IPOB that are creating this awareness of Christian genocide in Nigeria. So, this person said, so the foreign journalists who have been on ground in the Middle Belt and have for so long been reporting the genocide are pro-Biafra. The Christians in the North and Middle Belt region are pro-Biafra, and other non-Igbo Nigerians condemning the genocide are pro-Biafra. And this person said, the question we as nations should be asking ourselves is there Christian genocide going on in Nigeria or not? Whether it is Igbos that created the awareness or not, we have to ask ourselves this critical question and sincerely answer it. Exactly. So this person said, really? So the killings happening in Benue State, Kogi, Kwara is also linked to IPOB. I am just asking, we play too much in this country, honestly. Like this country, they have reduced it to something I don't even know. And another person said, Nduwa Nigeria, how market now? First military coup was Igbo coup. NSAS was Igbo riot. Christian genocide is pro-Biafra propaganda. Make una continue the mumu on herself. Continue begging for acceptance from a country that clearly hates you. And this person said, to rouse anger against any truth in Nigeria, just leak it to the Igbo. As the world takes note of the Christian genocide in Nigeria, the Islamists have to convince helpless Nigerians that it is Igbo agenda, as usual. Like, this is so annoying, honestly. I don't even blame people that are saying that we really need to leave this country because things are really getting out of hand. How long are we going to continue like this? Anyway, I said, make I bring this update to you guys. I hope you truly enjoy watching anyway. Don't wait to subscribe for more updates. Like the video, share it, and leave your thoughts in the comment section. I will see you guys in my next update. Goodbye for now.
Welcome to Shamra Seniors TV.